Greetings, it's Maxo Diddly here, and today I am going to be showing you how to play, then stop, then start music using C++. So let's get right into it. Just a heads up though, this only works for WAV files and on the Windows operating system. So the first thing we need to do is we need to import these libraries up here, and then we need to do pragma comment lib winmm.lib, as we need to link the Windows multimedia library to our program. So the first thing we're going to be doing is, we are going to be doing stdc out playing music, and then we're going to do a line of code that looks very similar to our how to loop music in C++ tutorial, which is PlaySound text. Then this is going to be our file path, then comma, then null, then snd file name, align snd async, align snd loop. So let's break this down. So this first parameter is going to be the name of the sound file that we want to play. It is passed as a string literal, wrapped in a text macro to ensure proper handling of the Unicode and ANSI characters. The second parameter is going to be a null. This argument is used to specify the module handle of the executable file that contains the sound resource to be played. Since we are using a file path as the sound source, we set this to null. snd file name basically means, right, we're using a file path to tell PlaySound where our WAV file is. snd async means this thread can do other stuff while the music is playing. For stopping and starting audio, you need to be using async, otherwise there's kind of no point to it, because your program's going to literally play audio, wait for it to finish, then move on. Well, here we can specify when we want to stop the audio and then when we want to start playing it again. Then we can do snd loop. You do not need snd loop here, it just makes demonstrating this tutorial a little easier. After that, we've got 4 lines of code: std string input, std get line, PlaySound 000, and a print message to tell us we stopped the music. So these 2 lines of code are responsible for getting the user input, and we're going to be storing it in our input variable. Literally, the user can type anything, but this line will basically mean the program's not going to go on to the PlaySound 000 and stopped music until they've given input. So we can play this awesome song, link in the description by the way to the person who originally uploaded it. We can play this song for as long as we like. We can jam out to it, have a whole party where this is the only song because it's actually amazing. Then, once we've gotten any form of user input, basically they press enter, this will stop all sounds on the thread we call this PlaySound function. And since this is on the same thread, it's going to stop the awesome song. And then we tell the user, hey, we stopped the music. After that, we can then do another std get line, std cin input. So we're going to do another line to get user input. We'll use the same string as before because it's easier. And then we're going to print out playing music. And then we're literally going to copy and paste this line of code here and do it again. So we're just going to be playing our Look at My Horse song. Null is this parameter, snd file name, snd async, snd loop. We're just going to play this. And after we have an std get line to stop the program from closing, because since this is async, if there's nothing after, the program will just close because there's nothing else to do in the thread, and playing sound asynchronously is not enough to keep a thread alive. And that's basically it for this tutorial. So if you're in Visual Studio, what you can do is you can right click on your project, go to Open Folder in File Explorer, then you need to go back one, and go to this folder with your SLN file. There'll be a folder here with the name of your project, but also maybe a debug folder. If there isn't a debug folder, just run your program once using the play button, and then it will appear. And inside this debug folder, look, we've got the exe. This is where our program is going to run by default in Visual Studio. And we've just placed our WAV file here. You can put the WAV file wherever you want, but I've put it right next to the exe, so I just have to put the file name when referencing it. Make sure you get your file paths correct, because that's going to be a common reason why this code doesn't actually work. So with all of that done, let's hit play.
Look at my horse is amazing, give it a lick.
Ooh, it tastes just like raisin.
Stroke its mane, it turns into a
Isn't this song just amazing? So we're going to hit enter, and we stop the music. Which is really sad, so we're going to hit enter again to play some more music.
Look at my horse is amazing. Give it a lick.
Ooh, it tastes just like raisin.
Stroke of its mane, it turns into a.
And then we're going to stop it again. So, that's it for this tutorial. Be sure to leave a like and a comment if you enjoyed, and subscribe for more C++ tutorials. If you want to pause and resume audio as opposed to starting, stopping and starting again, you'll need to use a different C++ library. I'll be covering that in a future tutorial. So thanks for being a great audience. Be sure to leave a like and a comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.